We are learning Mishnah Bava Kamma, Parak Gimel, Chapter 3, Mishnah Gimel, Mishnah 3. Okay. Hamaitzi es tivnoi ves kasher l'rishus harabim l'zavolim. A person puts out his cut straw or his whole straw. There's two words here, tevin and kash. What exactly are the differences between them? So one is whole straw, that's tevin, and kash is cut straw, stalks of grain that have been chopped up. So he takes them and he puts them out into a public place to convert them into fertilizer. That's what it means here. He takes out hamaitzi as tivnei veskashel rishus harabim. He takes out the straw, the whole straw, the cut straw, to a public area in order to convert them into fertilizer. After straw rots, it can be used as fertilizer. People would leave their straw out in the street so that it would be crushed by people and animals passing over it, and thereby speed up the process of converting it into fertilizer. So if a person did that, v'huzak b'hen acher, and someone else was injured by them, they slipped on it and fell, chayav b'niskai, the owner is obligated to pay for his injury. Now, the explanation to that is that hold on a second. Let me finish here. Hold on one second. Okay, let's go a little bit further. And the first person who takes these things, acquires it. And this is because the Chachamim, the sages, agreed that it no longer belongs to the original owner. In order to penalize someone who leaves his property in a public area where he is forbidden to do so, the sages decree that it does not belong to him and anyone may take it. Okay, now this is an important thing because right now, according to this Mishnah, he went out and he put out his grain. He put out the stuff to let it turn into fertilizer. And then it says, if somebody got damaged, you have to pay. And whoever acquires it first, acquires it because it's a penalty from the Chachamim that since you put it out when you were not allowed to, you lose your ownership over it and anybody can take it. That would imply, and I'm going to read here from the notes, however, if he was permitted to leave an object in a public area, he is not obligated to pay for damage it causes, and he certainly does not lose ownership of it. Thus, the previous Mishnah, which requires him to pay even where he has permission, does not follow the opinion of this Tana. Rather, it follows the opinion of Shimon ben Gamliel, who is cited next. Meaning, we had a halacha before that, let's say it was the winter time, and you spilled your water into the public domain, which you're allowed to do because it's muddy anyway, and somebody goes ahead and gets damaged by it. We said yesterday's Mishnah, you got to pay for it. This part of the Mishnah does not agree with that. Yeah. This part of the Mishnah is actually the fact that the Mishnah says that, if somebody got damaged, you're obligated and you lose that stuff that you put out, that would only be because you weren't allowed to put it out. But if you'd be allowed to put it out, then the Mishnah is not saying it's halacha. You wouldn't be liable to pay for the damages, nor would you lose it. And so right now we don't know of an exact situation of, so right now putting out this stuff to become fertilizer in the public domain sounds like you're not allowed to do that. Let's continue the Mishnah. Rishon ben Gamliel says, all those who create makalkalim means they create hazards in a public place. Here, the point is, even if they have permission to do so, v'hiziko, and these things damaged, chayavin l'shalem, you're liable to pay, now. And then it says, whoever acquires them first, acquires them. So let's break this down here. We have to break this down. Kala makalkalin means anybody who creates a hazard. That means to say anybody who even had permission to create the hazard is going to be liable for the damage, which is like we had yesterday. But then it says whoever comes first gets it. Now, what does that mean? I mean, he had permission to put it out there. Okay, you're responsible for the damages, but you lose it then too. So here, this part of the Mishnah that says that whoever comes first gets it is talking about where the person left them until after the permitted period to have them there. Then the first person who comes can acquire them. So here's the point. Read here from the notes. At the times of the year when farmers would fertilize their fields, it is permitted to put straw in a public area and leave it there for up to 30 days in order to convert it into fertilizer. You're allowed to. You have 30 days to do it. And therefore, at that point of time, were you permitted? Yes, you were permitted. Will you be liable for it? Yes, you will be liable for it. Now, as they bring down here, the previous Tana refers to a case where putting out straw is forbidden, speaks of a person who put his straw in a public area at the wrong time of year, who left it there longer than 30 days. Meaning the first Tana said it's got to be forbidden. Well, we know that's a permitted time to do it. The answer is that according to the first Tana is talking about where you put it out, where at a time of the year you're not supposed to, or you left it there longer than 30 days. That's where the Tana Kamma says that's where you'll be liable and you lose it. But according to the first opinion, if it's during the period of time where you can leave it out there, you're not going to be liable, you're not going to lose it. Shimon Gamliel comes and adds that anybody call him a kalkal, and if you create a hazard, you created it. Bottom line, you created a hazard. Even if you're permitted to put it out there, the halacha is that you're going to be liable for the damages. Now, the part that says that whoever comes first gets it is not talking about even during the period you can leave it out there, because during the period you can leave it out there, why should somebody be allowed to take it? Even if you're liable for the damages, you're allowed to put it out there. Why should they be allowed to take it? So that part that says whoever comes first can take it is talking about if you left it there longer than you should have. Meaning you're liable for damages even in the permitted time. No one can take it away from you until after the permitted time. After the permitted time, after 30 days, you still left it there, then already the Chachamim said, we fine you for that, and whoever is going to come and take it may come and take it and acquire it. Then the Mishnah says, somebody who turns over dung in a public area, Buzak ben Acher and someone else got damaged by it, Chai ben Iskai is liable for its damage. Now, this dung that was left in the public area is assumed to be hefker. It's assumed to be ownerless. Okay? Anybody who wants to come and acquire it for fertilizer or whatever he wants to do with it has a right to do that. So now, if a person goes, there's this dung in a public area, and then you go and you turn it over with the intention of acquiring it, v'huzak behen acher, and then somebody else was and then now something got damaged by it, chai ben iskai, you're responsible for the damages. Why? Because you acquired it. So once you acquire it, that now makes you obligated you're responsible for the damages. And they have here in the notes, although he did not put the dung there in the first place, he's responsible for it. As we have learned, even someone who did not create an obstacle must pay for damage it causes if he owns it and did not remove it as soon as he could have. So that dung was there. You didn't put it there. But if you decide to acquire it, then you become responsible for it. And then once you become responsible for it, if before you removed it, something got damaged, if it's your thing and if it's your thing and it's there, it's an obstacle, you got to take it away. If it didn't take it away by the time something got damaged on it, you're going to be liable for it. You're going to be responsible for it, even though you didn't make it. But once you own it, you become responsible for it. You got to take it away. Now, I would assume that if before you even had a chance to take it away, something got damaged, I'm not sure if you're responsible there. But the way they say it is that someone who did not create an obstacle must pay for the damage it causes if he owns it and did not remove it as soon as he could have. That sounds like to me like, well, if it happens before he could have, he won't be responsible. But once it's his and he could have removed it and he didn't, that's when he becomes responsible for it, even though he didn't actually create it. So that's this last case. The dung is there, you didn't put it there, but you acquired it. Once you acquire it, you now become responsible for it because you have to remove it. And if you didn't remove it, then because it's yours, you are responsible for the damage that it causes. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.